Good evening, everybody. And again, welcome back to the Safe Haven Valley Workbench. Tonight I was just trying to go through some stuff here to locate some tools that I was looking for, that I was using when I was living with family. And, well, somewhere along the lines, my hobby knife seemed to have gone a little bit of a rogue. But that's okay. I was going to work on the YMB2, the Yard Maintenance Building number 2, the black one. But tonight, I'm going to switch it over and talk a little bit about my new space, I guess. As you all know, I've been working on a coffee cart, like a very small TV microwave stand cart. That is where most of my videos take place. Well, since moving here, I got a nice desk. I got my computer right here. I got all of this space over here. I have a 51-inch desk, and a fourth of it is my computer. I have to have my computer. I'm working on a lot of non-hobby stuff as well as hobby stuff. I use AnyRail on my computer. I use a model railroading software of different types. So I got to have that. Then the other thing tonight just dawned on me. So the space that you guys have normally seen me work on is typically this. This is my workspace. I no longer need to work in this small space. It's going to work for now, but I am going to get me a larger mat. I just got to get rid of this thing here off my desk. I have two of these. One's here and one's sitting off to the side here. And then this is my H8 scale ruler. This one is made by, it's from Excel. It's a deluxe model railroad reference rule. It does here. There we go. Bring it up close so you can see it. This does HO scale 3.5 millimeter equals 1 foot. And then if you want to do it in inches, 1/24 scale, a half inch on the ruler equals 1 foot. So for every half inch in HO scale, you have it equals. So if you're measuring a building that's 10 feet long in real life, then you're going to scale it down. And according to this, a half inch equals a foot. And so you have 5 feet. So you need, if a half an inch is 5 feet, so you'd have to do, well, half inch is a foot, so 2 feet is 1 inch, 4 feet is 2 inches, 5 feet is 2.5 inches. So you'd have 2.5 inches. You'd take 1, 2, 2.5 here. So if you're using this, you just do, that's a half inch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 feet is actually 10 feet according to the ruler, because if you look at the ruler, every half inch is 1 foot. So if you think about it, 5 inches is 10 feet. So I'm sorry. Yeah, 5 inches is 10 feet, because you got 2 feet per 1 inch. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So every half inch is a foot. So that would be about 5 inches. 5 inches. So 0.5 is 1 foot. 1 is 2. 1.5 is 3, and so on. Breaking it down. So it's kind of cool to look at it that way. It says read from other end for O scale. So zoom in here. Okay, so down here is this is the O scale ruler, and then up here is the HO. So it says read from other end for O scale. So you flip it over, you got O scale. Every 1/4 inch is 1 foot. Well, you say, well, how much is a 1/4 inch? So it's 0. There's 1, 2, 3. So 1/4 inch. So you're looking at an 8 every 1/4 inch. So you're reading it from here. So you go 1/4, half, 3/4, 1 inch. So between, this is 23 and 24 on the other side. So yeah, it makes it really, really interesting when you go from scales. And then if you want in scale, this ruler also has in scale. It's right here. Your conversion for in scale on this ruler is 1.92 millimeters equals 1 foot. Millimeters, which is 1/160th scale. So if you want, you can convert that. Now I have an app on my phone that does for model railroading, so I can convert any like feet to inches. Then you can convert that down from inches to millimeters, or you can go from feet to millimeters. You know, whatever you're looking for, you can take that and break it down, and I use that as a guide. Like if I'm looking for a 50-foot building, well, I take 50 feet and if I take 50 feet and I divide it by yeah, you could, I believe it'd work. I haven't really worked with calculators. I mean, you guys would probably look at me like, well, you're wrong, but you know, hey, It's new to me. I'm not gonna, I stand corrected if I'm wrong, but if I was dividing 50 feet or converting 50 feet into N scale, I would probably take 50, divide that by 1.92, take that, and then take that number, and so 1.92 millimeters equals 1 foot. So if you take 50 divided by 1.92 millimeters. Well, if you're going to convert, which you don't really have to do because the calculator converts it. You can do it inches, millimeters, meters, yards, feet, inches. It gives and in the scale. So sorry about that. I managed to turn the power button for the camera off. So if you're wanting to do the measurements, it fits, say our example, let's go with our example. We're doing 50 feet. So, and you want to convert that to N scale. Well, in my, the app I have is called Model Scaler. Well, you can choose the scale you're going to work in, first thing. So up top, you'll choose O scale, HO, S, G, O, whatever you're working in. For me, it's N scale. So I choose N scale. So now the program automatically has its mindset in just N scale. Then it tells you, okay, what is the actual footage? So I say 50 feet. Okay, and then after that, it wants you to enter, it will automatically enter a number in that space, but what it needs you to do is to convert it to inches, millimeters, meters, whatever that's on the list. So we're going millimeters because this is millimeters. 1.92 millimeters is 1 foot. So if you take 50 and put it in scale, it's going to give you 95.25 millimeters. 95.25 millimeters is what the answer is, your answer when you take the total amount of feet from the actual size of the structure down to millimeters. It will be 95.25. And so there's two ways you can do this. If you have a long enough ruler, you can do it. Most rulers go up to 80. So you could just take it and use 80 and then mark it, and then take your ruler and then just, okay, 80 to 95, and then you take 15 onto that, which is right about it there. So you're adding 15. That will give you that will equal your, that'll give you what you need, is one way to do it. The other way I'm not familiar with, and I could be wrong. So you could probably, I guess, I haven't done a lot of this, so don't hold me to this, guys. But I could probably just take the 95.25 and maybe divide that by, because 50 feet is, you can't, well, I take that back. You can't really divide it down because the conversion is taking the actual size of 50 feet and converting it to how long it is in millimeters. So in millimeters, it's 95.25 millimeters. In scale. So again, this just has a lot of stuff on it. I'm still working with it. You know, I'm still new at reading these. Like right here, it's, you know, decimal equivalents for number drills. You know, so if you have a number 80-bit, I'm assuming that number 80-bit gives you this. So this rule is going to come in handy. It's new. It's going to come in handy when I do start doing a little more scratch building. A lot of my scratch building pretty much came down from this freehand or pre-structured walls. I haven't done a lot of freehand stuff yet where I use the ruler, so I'm wanting to get into more of that. So this ruler will come in handy, and as I learn to use it, I'll be using it and also my calculator to help make things more precise for numbers. It's just another part of the hobby that I need to know, so you know, when I start actually doing my layout, I can convert things to, or modify something to make it work, which I have not even gotten an opportunity to do because I don't have a layout. But anyway, that's just something that's on my bench. And as I said before, this mat is too small. It will work for now, but I am going to be updating the mat to a bigger mat so that I have a better space to protect the working surface. So if I can find all my stuff this week, I will continue working on the projects that I've had at hand, which is Yard Maintenance Building 1, the blue building, and Yard Maintenance 2, the black building. And then I also have the firehouse, which I got to glue the door back on that, and then also, you know, continue working on the rooftop. I have a accessory kit from Frank for vents, rooftop ducking. So I'm going to learn to put that together and get that on the top, and we'll go from there. Maybe I'll put I don't know, maybe escape ladder. I'm not sure. A lot of the decorative stuff for that will be going on after it's in place. So I can put in maybe a sidewalk or something. You know, I don't really know how the scene's going to go until I have the space. And I believe the way I'm going to go with it is I'm going to build up the mountains and the rocks and everything else, and I'm just going to go with it, and I'm going to fit everything as I go. I don't like doing the track first because it doesn't seem realistic to me to lay the track and then build everything around it. It looks too straightforward. There's not enough randomness to it, if you know what I mean. Like, I mean, if you build something as you go through the mountains like they did in the trains, in the real world, it's not perfect. You know, they did what they had to do to get the track to go through, and we'll see how we end up on that one. But you know, it'll work. But for now, the other thing I was going to go over tonight is, yes, I mentioned the kits before. I'll be doing kits, rolling stock kits, putting them together so that they are together. Just about all of them that I have for that are HO. There's literally, they don't really make kits that I know of for N-Scale. It's just too small. It's cheaper and more economy friendly to just have them make it than it is to make a kit. So that's the advantage I have for N-Scale. They don't make kits for them. They just produce them, and then they're all done. But anyway, yeah, so that's tonight's video. I wish I could have done more, but I'm dragging my feet as it is. 50-hour work weeks, early days. You know, by the time I get up and get home, by the time I get up about 3:30 in the morning, and I get off work at 3:30 in the afternoon, and then I come home and do everything else, and then I get to go to bed. So if it wasn't for my love of the hobby, I probably wouldn't be doing it. I love how it's just relaxing, and it just takes the day away. And you know, Brett Wiley said it just perfectly, you know, and even his dad Todd, they both you know, are say it well. You know, you don't have to work 2 hours a night just to feel like you're doing something. As long as you do whatever it is you're going to do in the time frame that you do it, take your time and do it well. In the end, that is what's, you know, the outcome is what is the important thing. It could take you 6 months to do one building, but as long as you're doing your best, then that's what matters. Doesn't matter about anything else. It's about what you want, how you want it to look, and how well you're able to take your time and it to come out good. That's what it's about. So, the other thing I have real quick here. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I think, is this it? Oh, yep. I got a tool. This is called this is from QST Express. The G Gong heat tool. This is a find that I got off of Temu. Comes in the box. Yeah. This is what it is. It's basically a miniaturized hair dryer. So if I'm painting and I want things to dry, it's pretty cool. It's got a stand where I can stand it up just like this. Has a flat bottom. You just put it out just like that. I don't see a setting for it, so it's just one setting. So, but yeah, I think it'll work out good. This will help with the drying processes. So if I just want to dry something, you know, I can just dry it, and then shut it off. But yeah, that's my new tool. Hopefully I'll probably get a good use out of this. I only paid a few dollars for it on Temu. So, you know, just basically it's a miniaturized hair dryer for the hobby. It's pretty much what it is. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night there, guys. I just got on just kind of BS a little bit tonight. And, you know, just to get myself kind of pushing back into the hobby. This week it's been a very long, well, it's been long weeks every day. This week it's been a long day, so my week's kind of running together. So, but yes, I look forward to being back on the bench. And I'm happy to be here. With a little bit of workspace, as I get organized, it'll get more tidied up. But can't keep a lot out because of my daughter. She's into everything right now. So I have to have everything under lock and key. So I just forcing me to still keep things tight, but only keep what I want out when I'm working on it. So anyway, you guys take care. Have a good rest of your evening, and have a good rest of your week. And we will see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye.